Hello students, now we will discuss about tidal energy. Tidal energy. During the rising periods of tides, water is stored in a water reservoir constructed behind dams on shore. The potential energy of stored water body is used to generate electrical energy similar to that in a conventional hydropower plant. For the tidal energy method to work effectively, the tidal difference in the height of the high and low tides should be at least 4 meters. Tides are periodic rises and falls of large bodies of water. Gravity is one major force that creates tides. Ocean tides result from the gravitational attraction of the sun and moon on the oceans of the earth. Spring tides are especially strong tides that occur when the earth, the sun and the moon are in a line. The gravitational forces of the moon and the sun both contributes to the tides. Spring tides occur during the full moon and the new moon. Neap tides are especially weak tides. They occur when the gravitational forces of the moon and the sun are perpendicular to one another with respect to the earth. Neap tides occur during the quarter moons. Tidal energy is a form of hydropower that converts the energy of the tides into electricity or other useful forms of power. The tide is created by the gravitational effect of the sun and the moon, the earth causing cylindrical movement of the seas. Therefore, tidal energy is an entirely predictable form of renewable energy. Until recently, the common plan for tidal power facilities involved erecting a tidal dam or barrage with a sluice across a narrow bay or estuary. As the tide flows in or out, creating uneven water levels on either side of the barrage, the sluice is opened and water flows through the low head. Hydroturbines generate electricity. For a tidal barrage to be feasible, the difference between high and low tides must be at least 5 meters. Tidal energy resource. Tides are the waves created due to the gravitational pull of the moon and also the sun. The rise of the seawater is called high tide and fall in seawater is called low tide, and this process of rising and receding of water waves happen twice a day and cause enormous movement of water. Thus enormous rising and falling movement of water is called tidal energy, which is a large source of energy and can be harnessed in many coastal areas of the world. Tidal energy have been developed on a commercial scale among the various forms of energy contained in the oceans. When the moon and the earth and the sun are positioned close to a straight line, the highest tides called spring tides occur. When the earth, moon and sun are at right angles to each other, the lowest tides called neap tides occurs. The water mass moved by the moon's gravitational pull when the moon is very close to ocean and result in dramatic rises of the water level. The tide starts receding as the moon continues its travel further over the land away from the ocean, reducing its gravitational influence on the ocean waters. Tidal power generation in India. Long coastline with the estuaries and gulfs in India has a strong tidal range and height to move turbines for electrical power generation. Important site location and estimated power potential of a few Indian tidal energy plants is given in table below. Many organizations and government agencies are busy in the construction of tidal power plants on all those locations and harnessing tidal energy at full capacity. There is an ample prospect for tidal power development in India. It has been investigated that Gulf of Cambay may prove the biggest tidal energy reservoir for India. Extensive exploration on western coast in Gulf of Kutch, Gulf of Cambay, Maharashtra and also in Hooghly and Puri on eastern coast may be worth attempting. Nevertheless, the possibility of developing tidal power scheme in India may be examined in the following all aspects. Economic aspects of tidal power schemes when compared to the conventional schemes. Problems associated with the construction and operation of plant. Problems related to the hydraulic balance of the system in order to minimize the fluctuation in the power output. Environmental effects of the schemes.